there's a lot of chatter around how the emergence of electric vehicles robs Germany, for example, of its status as one of the premier automotive hubs. Now, it is chatter for now. One doesn't know which way it will shape up per se. What is your sense about what could happen to automotive in Europe over the longer term as Asia takes emergence and some of the other geographies as well are coming up?
Yeah, so the automotive sector, in our view, is that has to be a very kind of a global operation. So I think for OEM, particularly in Europe, I think this is quite key that they develop their capabilities outside of Europe, especially when we come to manufacturing. And so we all know that the European Union is obviously trying to protect this industry from external countries. But at the end of the day, we all know that the future of this industry will really to have manufacturing plants probably outside of the Eurozone when they can benefit from lower cost. That's probably very important. And also to have more new markets to be able to deploy actually the cells outside of just the Eurozone. I mean, the European market is obviously quite saturated for OEM, so they need really to expand outside of the European zone. And so obviously, the relationship you see between Europe and some emerging market, in our view, is extremely important for this industry in the future.
Yeah, so just wrapping up this conversation, my question is, do you reckon European automotive will innovate and set up options and relationships and manufacturing outside Europe, and that will help them combat the emergence of some fairly heavy duty Asian competition that has come up? I mean, the existing ones that is from Japan, or the new ones that is coming in from China, or a couple of Indian vendors as well, like JLR, which are of course global in nature.
Yeah, but that's basically what we're talking about here. It's a race towards the EV, right?
Precisely.
Electric vehicles. And again, when we talk about electric vehicles, I think some of the OEM in Europe are actually quite advanced, and or have taken really this direction. If we look at Volkswagen, BMW, they all have taken that direction. They may be a little bit behind in terms of the technology they have been using, if we compare with Tesla, etc. But certainly they have picked up a lot on that front. And again, it's all about where do you manufacture your battery? How do you, be more competitive? It's about R&D, more capex toward that, EV element, etc. That is currently occurring. So I think the OEM in Europe are actually really picking up on this on the front of the EV on the electric vehicle side. They are catching up, being still maybe behind some of its global peers, but definitely catching up. And as a fact, Volkswagen is expected to become the biggest seller of EV vehicles, in a couple of years.